No, okay, looks good. So that's awesome, and it is now 9 a.m., so it's time for us to get started. So let's do that. Today is Friday code review, and that means that instead of writing code, I'm going to be reviewing code. And this is an important part of the open source process because there's lots of people who have lots of different ideas and want to work together. And to ensure that we all go close enough in the same direction, it's really important that we have code reviews. And it helps us ensure that even though we're developed by a really distributed team, we have sort of consistent coding standards and styles. And this is less important, when I'm working on a project with, 3 people who we all know each other super well. Although even then, I think code reviews are very beneficial. They're just maybe less super important. So let's go ahead and I'm going to open up the Spark PRs. So let's switch into live mode. Yay. Okay. Oh, so we can see here, this has the PR that we were working on early in the week. We were taking a look at it. It was DB's PR. And so before we jump into any of the other PRs, let's go and follow up with DB's PR and see what's happened with it. Pull 21416. Okay. Lovely. So this is closed. Let's go ahead. We'll scroll down to the bottom, and we can see it was merged into master. And there are follow-up PRs that are going to be created for the things that we talked about with DB. And so that's exciting. I'm going to actually go ahead and click login. That's fudge. There we go. Okay. I have a lot of different ASF passwords. Is this the right one? Maybe it is. I don't know. Yeah, this looks like my account. Yay! I don't want updates from Jira. No, I would. Anyways, so we'll go ahead, and since these are sort of 2 follow-up issues, we'll be interested in seeing. We'll just go ahead and we'll click start watching this issue, and this will let us keep track of it. Yeah, and so that's cool. DB, so we left a comment that was like, hey, this part is a little confusing. It's not your PR here that's the fault of this being confusing. This is like a pre-existing doc string, which could be improved. And so, yeah, this looks great. I'm really excited that the PR got in and that we also have these 2 follow-up issues to track. And actually, so, I mean, DB can totally work on these, but one of the things which could be really great if there's any viewers or people who are looking to get started with Spark, I find that adding tests is a really easy way to get started with a new project. And this could be a pretty good thing. Like, we have an example of what the test should look like in Scala. Your challenge is just going to be making that work in Java. And so if this is a thing you're looking to get involved with the Spark project, this could be a pretty good starting point. I'm actually going to go ahead. We're going to go ahead and tag this as a starter issue so that people could maybe take a look at this. And same thing over here. This is a doc string change. And doc string changes are also pretty okay starter issues. I find people are less excited about them, though, so I don't normally push them quite as hard. But if you're interested in doing this as well, this could be a really great place for someone to get started contributing to Spark. Okay, that is DB's PR. The other PR, I'm going to have to go back in here, is the one that Jacek made, and I just don't remember where it is. He mentioned it to me in a LinkedIn discussion, so I'm just going to go ahead and open up my LinkedIn discussion. Just to clarify, this is not normally how reviewers find the things that they're going to review. In Spark, we use this dashboard, PySpark-prs.appspot.com. But I, for live reviews, try and work with code where the author has explicitly said they are okay with me reviewing their code. And so that's why I'm taking a look here. Okay, so this is the thread. So let's go ahead, copy link address. Ooh. Blockers are really important. Oh, yeah. Okay, actually, I think I know this issue. I think we looked at it together in some live coding that I was doing. But I could be wrong. I will follow up with this another time. This is the other PR that we're going to look at today. This is the PySpark on Kubernetes PR, which we've looked at many times and is hopefully pretty close to being ready to merge. But let's start with Yasek's PR because it should be a fair amount smaller. And so, okay, so Reynolds says he would move the absolute function and nothing else. And so that's good. Let's take a look at the description. So it says few math functions, absolute, bitwise not, is not a number, nan value are not in the math functions group. They really should be. And then, yeah, so Sean Owen says abs should be with this, is not a number, and nan val feel more like is null. Bitwise not seems the odd man out. Let's take a look at the PR as well. So yeah, okay, so the abs function gets moved into here. It has the group math functions added to it. Bitwise not is interesting. Gets moved down here. I'm interested in seeing what we do with our other bitwise operators. So let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and open it up just because the GitHub view is a little bit frustrating from time to time. And I'm just going to open up a version of it that I have checked out. Is there another bitwise function? No. So this is the only bitwise function. Yeah, is not a number, is in normal functions. Nan val. Oh, hey friend. Yay. Okay. So in this PR, there's not a lot to review, and while I certainly have my own opinions about it, there's really not a lot to say, and I could certainly get into sort of a bike shedding argument about if this should be a math function or not, but it looks like we already have some people who have opinions about that, and since I don't have strongly held opinions, me adding my voice here really isn't going to do anything to help this PR move forward or really help the code base. So we're actually going to take a pass on really saying anything here, except the one thing that I am going to do is go ahead and look to see what we do in Python, because that's the one place where maybe other people might not remember to look, because we probably, whatever we do, want to try and do similar things. Okay, so bitwise not is, it's under unary math functions. Interesting. So don't have strong should be in But just a reminder. PySpark, unary, bitwise. Wait, really? Oh. And this is just saying whatever we do, we should just make sure we do the same thing. I imagine abs is going to be under... abs is just under functions. I think this comment here is interesting. What are the other ones that are being changed? Abs, bitwise not, isnan. Let's take a look where isnan lives. Isnan. Yeah, isnan is next to isnull, which makes sense. And nan value, column 1, column 2. Oof. Yeah, I don't see nan value as this. Okay, so minor comment, and that's great. Let's move on to our big PR of the day, which is the Python bindings for PySpark on Kubernetes. We still have someone who has requested changes who is not saying they are okay with it. Oh, interesting. We will skip that. Let's... Oh. Okay. Yeah. So we can see there was a review 16 hours ago. Show outdated. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, shit. Sorry. That's my alarm to wake me up. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into this part of the code. And this is a place where we apparently maybe have disagreements, and so this is a good thing to sort out. Memory overhead factor. Okay. Yeah. You can say that in my comment on the 20th. Okay, let me clarify. Sorry. You can see my statement about not overriding the explicitly user-provided value. I don't think we should override it. Has specified a different value. I don't think we should override it. So this logic, as it stands, is K8s specific. And I don't think we can change how Yarn chooses its memory overhead in a minor release. So I'd expect this to remain K8s specific until at least 3.0 when we can evaluate if we want to change this in Yarn as well. Okay, that's good. Progress. Sorry, I'm going to move the little weird camera thing. Or not. Okay, whatever. My head's vaguely cut off, but that's... Oh, wait, maybe it's not. I don't know. I need more coffee. Yeah. This would require a doc change. Notice, yeah, the memory overhead configuration notice is per cluster manager right now. Let's see. Okay. Oh, I need some coffee. Okay. Oh, man. My coffee's gone cold. And I'm lazy. But okay, let's keep going. For at least I'm going to finish this comment, and then I'm probably going to go grab another cup of coffee, because it is pretty early in the morning, and my jet lag from Europe is slowly fading, which means while I wake up at 6 a.m., I'm no longer super jazzed to be waking up at 6 a.m. So I would document this in... Okay. And so those are just placeholders that I need to go back and fill in, because I want to finish writing the comment first, and then I can fill in the references before we submit it. Yeah. I don't know. So, as for intuitive, I'd argue that this actually is more intuitive than what we do in Yarn. We know that users who run Python need more non-JVM heap space. And many users don't know to think about this until their job fails. We can be more intelligent here. We can take advantage of our knowledge to hide the take advantage of our knowledge to handle this setting for the user more often. I mean, that's not a perfect argument, but more or less what I want to say here is that we... oh yeah, okay. You can see how often this confuses folks with this. So let's go ahead. No, please don't reload. Okay, cool. Fuck it. I did hit reload. Damn it. Did I lose my comment? Stupid hotkeys. Oh, thank God. I am lazy as shit. Okay. Application memory overhead exceeded. Spark. Yeehaw. Okay, so it looks like we've actually changed the exceptions over the years. This used to say application memory overhead exceeded. Now this is a lot clearer and easier to understand, so that's better. But on the other hand, it means that I can't just like put out a search string and have people just understand it. Or not understand it, like see how often it occurs. You can see how often this confuses folks on the list by looking at memory overhead exceeded, and the other magic key phrase is container killed for yarn. On the list, docs, and Stack Overflow. Okay, let's go ahead and fill in these references. Latest release 230, deploying yarn. Yeehaw, memory overhead. Alright. C. Okay, so we're just going to put in the links to where the documentation lives for yarn and the Kubernetes deployments for the memory overhead so that we know that it's okay to document it here, or at least I think it's okay to document it here, and this is my argument. Do we actually document memory overhead? We do not. That is not great. Huh. And so this is just like, this is where I would put it, because we need to document this anyways. Oh, I need more coffee. Okay. As soon as I finish this comment, I'm going to go get more coffee. Oh, this is probably in the Spark-Web, isn't it? I don't actually know if I have the Spark-Web Looks like I don't. Okay. Where's the dash website? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, okay. In this repository. Oh no, this is the generated one. I want the markdown. Where is the markdown? Come to Holden. Markdown, markdown. Is it site? No, these are all HTML files. It's not MLlib, it's not news. Whatever. I'm gonna go ahead, go to my fork of it, and just because I like grep more. Okay. Oof. This change is starting to become a monster. It's already involving 2 separate PRs. Oh, yay! Thanks. Hello, friend from Brazil. Thanks for tuning in. So yeah, right now we're gonna go and find where this new configuration parameter, which we're discussing, not new configuration parameter, but this behavior that we're discussing here should be documented. And to do that, because I'm kind of lazy, I'm just going to go ahead and check out the, use SSH. Git remote add Apache -GitHub. Oops. Okay, what? No. I didn't. Oh, is it called ASF-site? Okay. Okay, great. My spelling is shit, but let's go ahead. grep-r. Yeah, it's possible. So our documentation generation is a little bit confusing. It's possible that it would live in here, and it looks like this might actually be coming from. Yeah, so in that case, it's going to be in the Spark project, and that would simplify things. Because our website is generated across both our code repo and this website repo, which gets a little bit sort of confusing. But yeah, let's go ahead. And we're going to grep for Kubernetes, and yeah, okay, cool. So it's just running on kubernetes.md inside of the docs folder. So that's great. That's lovely. We don't actually have to do a separate PR. This can go ahead and live in the current PR. And so that will hopefully simplify the life of the author. So let's go ahead. We're going to press Start Review. And that is because I suspect we're going to have more than just this one comment. And that being said, it is now 9:30 a.m. So I'm going to go grab another cup of coffee super quickly. I will be back momentarily. It's just another room. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll check them when I'm back. Otherwise, we'll just keep reviewing this PR. Oh. Okay, and I'm back. I also bonked my head. Okay, and I'm back. Sorry about that. I bunked my head on the way back underneath because that's great. So yes, okay. So we've got one comment down, and let's actually go back to the view we were in, the conversation view, and see if there are other things in here that we should probably respond to. Sweet set of missing just happened, so that's great. That part of the discussion is good. Extra new line. Don't really... I mean, I care about that, but that's not a thing that we ourselves have to concern with. That's another thing someone else can look at. Okay. Looks pretty solid. So, one of the things which I've been looking for a long time in this PR is some integration tests. Especially because there's a episode, I guess, where we worked on this together, and we had a hell of a time actually getting some specific functionality to work. And I want to make sure that we have tests there because, you know, if we have a regression, that would be really unfortunate because I don't want to have to fix that shit again. So we are going to go and find the regression test PR. Unfortunately, it's in a separate repo for now, which is frustrating and makes debugging this really hard. Okay. Sorry, I got a message from a coworker about another open source project, Apache Beam, that I'm working on as well, about some version conflict stuff. So I'll follow up with them afterwards. Okay, let's go find the integration. These are just the integration tests running. I want to see that PR. Is it mentioned maybe up in the original? Okay, here we go, with this addition. And so this is the part which I care about. Now, the fact that integration tests are failing right now actually makes sense. Damn it, we still don't have this integration test. Which is fine, but it also means that can't do really all that much. Double check, we'll go into files that changed. Simple Pi example is great, better than nothing. But yeah, we don't see, the one that I'm really looking for is just submitting with some resources besides the Py file. Yep. Well, actually, we'll save that for later. Let's go back through this quickly and see what else is happening. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. So these I normally wouldn't be scrolling through this fast, but these are all things that we've looked at many times before. Nothing's really jumping out at me. Yeah. Okay. This is going to need another final run through at some point, but that point is not today because we don't have the integration tests we need, and so I will save the final run through for later. We're going to go in here. Files changed. This will let us get back into the review mode. Review changes. Awesome. Good progress. Excited to see this moving forward. Really looking forward to seeing improved integration tests. And yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and hit comment. We'll submit that, and that'll be good. Yay! Okay, so let's progress. I actually don't know what time it is. It's only 9:37. So let's go ahead and take a look in the Spark PRs and see if there are anything from people who have given me sort of blanket permission to review their code. Otherwise, we may finish up a bit early today, which would be also pretty fine because I have a fresh cup of coffee. Ooh, this is exciting. This is a thing that I will follow up with later, of course. Oh, cool. Brian Cutler and I will be giving a talk next week at Spark Summit. Also okay with me reviewing his code in public, so that's cool. Oh, is this... Yeah, that's probably not a bad idea. I wonder if this is going to fix... Oh, sorry. We have some long-standing issues with shuffles larger than 2 gigs. Per partition. Obviously, if this was a big data system limited at 2 gigs, that would not be a very good big data system. Okay. You can see there are a lot of PRs. That's an interesting idea. But I'm gonna skip that for now. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that makes sense. But also seems possibly hard to do. Okay. I'm not seeing anything pop up from... Oh, here's another thing from Jacek. People Huh. Yeah, there's a lot of things in here that I wish I had the time to review, and honestly, I would review it if people were okay with me reviewing it in public. And I'll get to reviewing some of them, but life is too busy. Oh, shit, some of these are my own PRs. That seems like cheating. Let's go ahead and look at Brian's. Oh, that's not Brian's. Here we go. Simple docstring change. That's great. Backported to branch 2.3. Yeah, okay, so this is a backport. That's cool. The Jira number is not matching, which is totally fine. I'm just going to double check that this is the right Jira number just because, I've definitely made that mistake before myself, and it's not great. Okay. Oh, interesting. This already says resolved and fixed version of 2.3.1. Normally we wouldn't do that until the code was merged. I'll have a chat with Brian about that later, but it's fine. It's just a backport. It's not too important. Hey, I'm gonna actually, since we're in the RC process right now, I'm actually gonna go ahead and clarify this. Because it says resolved. That's not what I want. I want to change this. I don't actually know if I'm in the right Jira account, because I have a bunch of them. Looks like this might not actually be the right Jira account. For me. Okay, damn it. Let's go ahead. What other Jira accounts do I have? I have this one. Let's try this one. Okay, cool. Okay. Reopen issue. Code for 2.3.1 isn't merged. Reopening. And I mean, this is like a minor point, but since we're also in the release candidate process, it's just better to be clear, because we will use this information here in some other places, and so having them be in an inconsistent state in the middle of like a release is not the greatest. Okay. I'm gonna actually go ahead and let's go over here. Get branch. What branch am I on? Cool. Yeah. I'm gonna actually do a commit of where we were from Monday, I think, when I was working on this. Git commit-am. More work around standard scalar model export. I'm gonna push this. This doesn't push it to like, oh yeah. And I actually have to do a force because I did a rebase rather than merge. Which was, yeah. I'm not actually pushing it to ASF. This is just going to my own repo, so I don't actually have to think about it too much. But I just want to do this so that I can do this really quickly. Cool. Git log -p. Cool. Yeah, and so it has been merged into master, so that's great. And these look like the same diffs, so that's fine. Review changes, LGTM. Yeah. Cool. Backports, especially docstring backports, are a little bit easier to review. Oh no! I'm so sorry, friends. I forgot that it was in full screen mode. Sorry, so I was reviewing Brian's PR. And it is Spark 244. And this is a 2.3 branch backport of improving the pandas UDF docs to explain column assignment. And this is a very clear example of why I needed to go and get my coffee. I should probably drink this coffee. Sorry, friend. But anyway, so this PR is pretty fine. And what I wanted to do is go in and check to make sure that since it's labeled as a backport, just check and make sure that it is actually already been merged into master. And we can see here that it has been. And so this PR is fine. The JIRA here was initially marked as resolved with 2.3.1 marked as the fixed version. And that's not great because we are in the middle of the Spark 2.3.1 sort of release cycle. So just wanted to mark it as reopened so that we know when we're doing sort of our look at if we should cut the next release candidate or not. We know which issues are actually resolved. So that's cool. And that PR is done. So that's great. Let's go. Oh, I haven't been updating the PR number. Well, I mean, we finished this one, so we're going to go over here, and we will do this PR now. And this is pandas group map UDF should assign result columns by name. This is actually, yeah, this is exciting. Currently, pandas UDF of type pandas group map will assign the resulting columns based on the index of the return data frame. If a new data frame is returned and constructed using a dictionary, then the order of the columns could be arbitrary and different than the defined schema of the UDF. That seems reasonable. If the types happen to match, users will just get the stuff mixed up. If they don't match, they'll get an error. Oh, so this is good. Oh, shit. All right. Yeah. I think this makes sense. Oof. Yeah. I don't know about the backport. Yeah. Yeah, so I agree with Gator Smile on this one. Let's not backport it. Oh, and Carolyn's here. She's bringing the stuffed animals. And my microphone is actually live this time, so she can actually introduce them if she wants to.
So everyone knows Boo. This is Boo. And this is Rainbow. Rainbow is Boo's sister. And they can just ship all.
Okay, we're going to review some code together this morning. Are you off to work?
I was going to drink my coffee and maybe say hi, but soon.
Okay, cool. I'll try and get this one wrapped up before too long, because it's getting close to 10 a.m. Yeah. Okay, so it sounds like the discussion here has moved on to JIRA for the most part, for if it should be experimental or not. Yeah, we cannot Yeah. Yeah. Oh god, this PR is super involved. Oh god, time zone information. This is more or less the devil's playground, and not the fun devil who brings you candy. The evil devil who steals your data and replaces it with nonsense.
The devil brings you candy?
Yeah,
I like candy.
I like candy too. I don't know. Just I'm not a registered Satanist. There's like paperwork involved in that. Anyways, okay, sorry. Let me get back to this. These are perhaps bad jokes to make on the internet where cultural things may not communicate super well. But anyways, wow. Oof. This is pretty involved and has merge conflicts. Yeah, okay, this makes a lot more sense. And this explains the PR that we just merged. Or not merged, sorry, said LGTM on, which is this order behavior. And cool, and excellently, the author for the PySpark on Kubernetes PR has confirmed over text message that he will follow up with the integration tests I'm asking for. So that's great. Oh, wait, what? I'm gonna check this text message. Maybe. Sorry, this is just like... and so he's asking what other changes he needs to do to the PySpark Kubernetes PR before I would give it my thumbs up. And it's just like, yeah, I mean, just do the two things that I'm asking for, and I will probably do that, but I'll have to do a final sort of run through just to make sure, because when you've been reviewing something for a month, you can like sort of start to gloss over areas, and that's maybe not great. Jumping back here, we can see that this is a little frustrating. This explanation is good, right? Given the behavior that we have. This PR sounds super involved, and this is definitely a thing that we should keep our eyes on. Right, like, but this is a thing where people have to agree whether or not this behavior change is okay. Yeah, you know what? It's 9:54. I'm not going to have time to go through the last of this today. I'm actually going to follow up really quickly with the PySpark on Kubernetes person to see when he thinks it will be ready, so that I can schedule the next live stream review, and we'll just continue with that. So thank you all for joining me Friday morning. If you are in San Francisco, do consider coming by and saying hi at Spark Summit. In San Francisco, it is a little expensive if you don't have the money. It's totally fine. There are some sort of other things that are happening around the same time. If you look on the dev mailing list, you can see we're meeting to have some different discussions around model serving on Wednesday. And you're more than welcome to join that. We'll be doing that at the Blue Bottle at Mint Plaza. So thanks everyone for joining. Have a wonderful weekend. And I'm not super sure when the next review session will be. It'll probably be Friday. But if it's earlier, I'll definitely create an event. So do subscribe, like, and click the little bell thing to get notified of when the next review session is.
And cooking time.
Oh, yes. And you can also watch Carolyn and myself make food, like pizza, on a 360 camera.
Okay.
It's called Cooking Time with Holden and Carolyn.
It's on the same channel as this.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that
We
Cooking
should have a
Time
separate channel.
might need its own channel because it's just having so much success.
I think we lose subscribers based on Cooking Time.
That's the thought. No, I love you, and I love Cooking
you
Time.
too.
And like, I'm pretty sure we definitely get some subscribers from Cooking Time, right? Like,
Do you think Cooking Time subscribers would watch your Spark videos?
yeah, maybe briefly until they realized it wasn't cooking. I think vice versa also happens.
Yeah, maybe we don't have the right.
Yeah, I think we need to segment our audiences a bit more. But regardless, thanks for joining and have a wonderful weekend. I'm going to press this ending button and hit mute.